A lot of people think that multiplying always makes numbers bigger, but when it comes to fractions, that's not always true. Let's take a look why. Hi everyone, and welcome back to Mr. Lewis Teaches. Today we're looking at multiplying fractions and we're going to focus on what it really means before we talk about shortcuts. Here's a big idea. Multiplying by a fraction changes the size of a number. Sometimes it makes it smaller and sometimes it makes it larger. It all depends on the value of the fraction. Let's look at our first example. 1/4 multiplied by 8. If this were 2 multiplied by 8, then we'd be asking, what is 2 lots of 8? Well, here we're asking, what is 1/4 lots of 8? Or what is 1/4 of 8? 1/4 means 1 out of 4 equal parts. If we split 8 into 4 equal groups, each group has 2. So 1/4 of 8 is 2. When we multiply by 1/4, we are scaling 8 down to 1/4 of its size. Now let's try 3/4 multiplied by 8. 3/4 of 8. 1/4 of 8 is 2, so 3/4 is 2 plus 2 plus 2. So that equals 6. So 3/4 times by 8 equals 6. You're finding a fraction of a number, and that is what multiplying by a fraction means. Here's where some people get caught out. Some people think that multiplying always makes numbers bigger. That's not true, necessarily. If the fraction is less than 1, the answer gets smaller. Now let's multiply a fraction by a fraction. 2/3 multiplied by 3/5. This means 2/3 of 3/5, so we're finding a part of a part. To help us see this clearly, we can use a rectangle. First, we split the rectangle into thirds one way and fifths the other way. And now we have a grid made up of equal parts. Take a moment to look at this. How many small sections can you see? That's right, 15. Now, we shade 2/3 in one direction and 3/5 in another direction, in the other direction. Where the shading overlaps, that's the part we're looking for. So if we count those overlapping sections, we get 6 parts shaded. And as there are 15 parts in total, that means that the answer to 2/3 times 3/5 is 6/15. And here's something interesting that you might notice. The 6 comes from 2 times 3, and 15 comes from 3 times 5. You can see a little pattern starting to form there when we multiply fractions by fractions. Unfortunately, although this is a helpful pattern, another common mistake is adding across instead of multiplying. So when multiplying fractions, we multiply numerator by numerator, and then the denominator by the denominator, or top by top and bottom by bottom. Now it's your turn. Pause the video and try these two problems. First, 1/3 multiplied by 9, and second, 2/3 multiplied by 4/5. Take your time and think carefully about what each one means. Okay, let's check. 1/3 of 9, or 1/3 multiplied by 9. If we split 9 into 3 equal parts, each equal part is 3, and as we're only looking for one of these parts, that means the answer to 1/3 times 9 is 3. Second one, 2/3 multiplied by 4/5. Take a rectangle and split it into thirds one way and into fifths the other way. Now we have a grid made up of equal parts. Take a moment to see how many small sections you see. And now we shade 2/3 in one direction and 4/5 in the other direction. And where the shading overlaps, that's the part we're looking for. If we count those overlapping sections, we get 8 parts shaded, and as there are 15 parts in total, the answer is 8/15. Also, don't forget that little pattern we saw. 2 times 4 is 8, and 3 times 5 is 15. So again, we have a little pattern of finding fractions multiplied by fractions. So, what have we learned today? Well, today you have learned that multiplying a fraction changes the size of a number. Fractions multiplied by whole numbers means finding a part of that whole number. Fraction times a fraction means a part of a part. As a cheeky tip for you that we learned, When multiplying fractions by fractions, multiply numerators together to get your numerator answer and denominators together to get your denominator answer. If this video helped, then please give it a like, subscribe to Mr. Lewis Teaches, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next lesson. Next we'll be looking at dividing fractions and what that really means. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.